My name's Austin, and before I met Jesus, my life revolved around feeling ashamed of myself and constantly seeking the approval of other people. Growing up, there were a few instances where I experienced rejection and had kind of just learned to believe some messages of shame that were saying you are unwanted, you're undesirable. Around middle school, I discovered pornography for the first time, and it seemed like I could get the acceptance that I desperately craved without having to take the risk of being rejected. And yeah, I never really had a plan to take my own life, but I just completely lost the desire to be alive and had nights where I just kind of hoped I wouldn't wake up the next morning. Jesus got my attention my freshman year of college. I had been invited to a life group, and I had no idea what I was getting into, but I knew that I was desperate for friends, desperate for a relationship. So I decided to give it a shot. And that night, I just remember people sharing things that I'd never heard people share before, things that I was struggling with and things that I believed about myself. They were met with love and grace and the gospel. And that was the first time I had ever seen people interact that way. And I remember thinking, I hope this is what the real Jesus is like. The gospel is that Jesus has done for me what I couldn't do for myself. All the shame that I feel about myself, he took that upon himself by choosing death on the cross, and then rising from the dead to prove that he had the ability to back up what he said. Jesus is teaching me that my feelings don't dictate what is true about me. Just because I feel alone, I'm not.